The train I usually take has changed its course. It is now headed nowhere. I usually take the 5:30 p.m. train home from work. It's a routine I'm comfortable with, and the train ride offers me a brief respite from my hectic day. One evening, as I boarded the train, I noticed something strange. The usual conductor wasn't there. Instead, there was a new guy with an eerie smile. I brushed it off, thinking he was just being friendly. As the train moved, I realized we were taking an unfamiliar route. The cityscape I knew so well was replaced by dense woods and abandoned buildings. My unease grew, but the other passengers seemed unfazed. I decided to ask the new conductor about the change in route. "Excuse me, but why is the train taking a different path tonight?" I asked. He looked at me with that unsettling smile. "The train sometimes changes its course to avoid delays," he said. His answer didn't satisfy me, but I returned to my seat, trying to calm my nerves. Minutes turned into an hour, and we still hadn't reached any familiar station. The sky outside was growing darker, and the atmosphere inside the train felt increasingly oppressive. I overheard a couple of passengers whispering about how the train had taken them to a strange place last time too, but they laughed it off, as if it were a joke. I decided to confront the conductor again. "Where exactly are we going? This isn't the usual route." His smile faded, replaced by a cold, expressionless stare. "We're almost there," he said flatly. The train finally came to a stop in the middle of nowhere. The doors opened to a deserted platform. The conductor motioned for us to exit. Hesitant, I followed the other passengers outside. The platform was surrounded by thick fog, and I couldn't see more than a few feet ahead. Suddenly, the train departed, leaving us stranded. Panic set in as I realized my phone had no signal. The other passengers seemed oddly calm, as if they had expected this. One of them, a middle-aged woman, approached me. "Don't worry, the next train will take us back," she said. "How do you know that?" I asked, my voice trembling. "I've been here before," she replied, her eyes devoid of any emotion. Hours passed, and the cold night air gnawed at my skin. I felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Just when I thought we were doomed to spend the night there, another train emerged from the fog. It looked ancient, its paint peeling and windows covered in grime. We boarded the train, and as it moved, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong. The new conductor was back, his eerie smile wider than before. The train sped through the night, and I lost track of time. When it finally stopped, I found myself at my usual station. The city was the same, but everything felt off, like a distorted reflection of reality. I hurried home, trying to convince myself it was all a bad dream. But every time I take the train now, I can't help but wonder if it will change its course again. And if it does, will I ever come back?